Micah, chapter 5, verses 1 to 5. From you shall come forth the ruler in Israel, thus says the Lord. You, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, too small to be among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose origin is from of old, from ancient times. Therefore, the Lord will give them up, until the time when she who is to give birth has born, and the rest of his kindred shall return to the children of Israel. He shall stand firm and shepherd his flock by the strength of the Lord, in the majestic name of the Lord his God, and they shall remain, for now his greatness shall reach to the ends of the earth, he shall be peace. Micah was a prophet, whose main focus was Jerusalem. He prophesied from approximately 737 to 696 BC. It was Micah who predicted that Jesus, the Messiah, would be born in Bethlehem. But you, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, least among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose origin is from of old, from ancient times. Ephrathah was the ancient name of Bethlehem in the time of Jacob. The book of Micah agrees with Isaiah that God will deliver Israel through a king in the line of David. Bethlehem Ephrathah is the birthplace of David and home of the Davidic line. God speaks through the prophet Micah about the coming of the Messiah, Jesus Christ. At the time Bethlehem was a small and insignificant village, but they would be well known throughout the centuries to follow. Verse 2, Therefore the Lord will give them up, until the time when she who is to give birth has born, then the rest of his kindred turn to the children of Israel. These words are sometimes understood as a reference to Isaiah's Emmanuel oracle, given some 30 years earlier. When King Herod heard from the Magi that the new king of the Jews had been born, he wanted to know where, so he asked the religious leaders of the time where the birth took place. His motive was clear. Here, he thought that Jesus would be a threat to his political position, and what better way to eliminate the threat than to kill the baby? Herod's question to the chief priests and scribes has a similarity to the same tactic used by the Pharaoh in his attempt to eliminate a Hebrew baby, Moses. Little did Pharaoh know, he would be the one to enable God sent Moses to bring about the Hebrews' release from their captivity in Egypt. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. Abraham Lincoln.